A word of warning. Barbariccia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust one needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memoria will suffice. Well then, you had better hope it favors you when the time comes. Rest assured this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azdaja. If another archfiend were to fall, Galbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us.
Indeed. If our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity.
If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisroch.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind! Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbariccia.
Give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Such rich, exquisite evening. My head shimmers with anticipation. On your guard! blows. You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun. I'll slaughter you all! Dodge this if you can! I'll make it quick. Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place. Be gone from my sight! The insolence! Dodge this if you can! I'll make it quick. Know your place. Be gone from my sight! The insolence! Dodge this if you can! I'll make it. Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place. Be gone from my sight! No! I will not be denied! There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet... You're finished. Damn it all!
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ajdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Though so slow as to be nearly imperceptible, Zero's chest rises and falls in a steady rhythm. Zero hasn't so much as stirred. Such power she must have expended. In her present state, Zero is easy prey for other Void Scent. We must be on our guard.
Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern, at any rate. Being part Void Scent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move.
How long do you suppose she will remain this way?
I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. 'Twould be best to take her back with us to the source. There, she would be guaranteed all she requires.
Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Shinikri, might I ask you to hold on to Barbarichia's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh. What happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbarichia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbarichia's minion.
Why not go and find this newcomer? So we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else.
Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Shinikri? With luck, we might learn something of Galbes. Why you're the ones who felled Barbarichia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey. So please, let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Galbes. There isn't much I can tell. Only the archfiends are allowed into his domain, wherever it is. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Galbes communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves. Whatever they are, he uses them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function, that will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Back to Troya, then, and thence home.
You're all safe. Thank the sisters. A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Varshan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Mistress Dissidia, we have been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void-sent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labour to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel. Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
My chamber is much the same as this one. Too opulent for my taste, but at least it has space to train. She seems to be faring better here. Praise be to the sisters.
If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation.
By all means. I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers. Share with them what I learned fighting Voidsent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? Truly. Had I known you had such interests, I might have entrusted you with the development of our nearby isles to attract visitors. At any rate, should you be in no hurry, might I trouble you with a small task first? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Muried's Mayhain and ask for suitable refreshments? Excellent. In the meantime, Nidhana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon.
Welcome to Muried's Mayhain. Please make yourself comfortable. What? A guest of the satrap has collapsed from hunger? Of course I would be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. I'm afraid we don't serve that particular delicacy. If I may, I would recommend something gentle on the stomach, like these apples here. They've just come in, and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Welcome back. Lest you worry, Mistress Nidhana has been taking good care of our guest. Will you be joining them now?
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful! Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time, but don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze.
Glad am I to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see?
Perhaps where that food came from, Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary.
Muried's Mayhain it is, then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Meliel. Arzhan and Zero are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objective. You can, if...
This is the place? The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere.
You smell the cooking, I believe. Hannish cuisine is quite fragrant, and delicious, I hope you will agree. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Muried herself, but Meliel is more likely to be available.
Welcome to Muried's Mayhain.
Greetings, Meliel, and may I introduce you to Zero. She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay.
Ah, yes, Muried has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you.
'Twas here that Chinikri obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, 'tis certainly a quick and convenient food.
I'll remember it. Who are the ones there, moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating?
The dancers. They move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. 'Tis a form of entertainment. Part of our culture.
How needlessly complicated. We Void Sent prefer simpler pleasures.
That may be the way of it now, but your world, too, must have had such complicated diversions once.
I don't remember.
Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balshan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found.
What are all these things for? What do you do here?
This is a marketplace, where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Radzadhan has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it.
So that's what tomestones are for. Void Sent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them.
On that subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged?
We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it.
I see, I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemy. Why, Master Vitra? How may we serve you this evening? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there is no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies, and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own?
It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones.
Oh, you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales.
No. I've had enough food for now, and can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter.
Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Mekhaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so.
Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things, though. I imagine you'd need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction.
These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thavnarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You would be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant.
Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it.
Master Vitra, and Shinikri too.
If it isn't young Murad. And that must be your sister, Yazra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another.
Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited.
Truly. Estinian paid you a visit? That is well. Is she a new friend?
Friend. You know what that is?
What? You mean you don't? She is a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language.
Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with. Xenos seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? I see. But, is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still do not understand why. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb, for you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words.
Well, we had better get back to our errand.
Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. But the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's all so strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you.
I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and 'twas in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Mekhatuta.
Welcome back, Mistress Dissidia. Will you be heading to the guest chambers?
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as memoria. My mother was one such memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Voidsent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Voidsent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome, so the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light. Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Voidsent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
Though our time in the void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives. And it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend. For your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed. That we will find and liberate my sister. And that we shall return home together.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbaricia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Some excitement for a change.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!